we are here with the committee of the Iron County Children's Justice Center and why that cause is so important to this community and how it benefits so many lives around this area. This committee has been together and as a strengthening team of this area for at least 5 years, if not more. Correct me when I'm wrong, guys. But I'm going to have each one of the committee members introduce themselves and tell me their why of why they are still involved in this and how it kind of hits their heartstrings. Tyler, can you take us off?
Sure. I was asked to dance in it 3 years ago by Mike Blake and Ben Batty. I only knew anything about it because Mike Blake, Commissioner Blake, was in charge of it and danced in it the year before. And my child was a witness to a situation that he had to be interviewed and taken to the CJC and everything that went down there and how they helped my kid get through he had to testify in a court deal for the CJC, and they walked him through it and protected him and showed, it just was really great to see how they work with kids, and that's why I'm near and dear to my heart now.
And that's awesome. It's sad that your child had to experience that and had to go through that at such a young age, but it really strengthens, you know, the ability of our young people to experience those and come out better ahead. Jennifer, tell us why you're involved and why you're passionate about it.
Okay, thank you so much. I have been involved, well, I've been involved, first of all, for over 10 years on the Iron County Children's Justice Center Friends Board. Right now I'm currently serving as the president of the Friends Board, and we help with fundraising. And the reason that I got involved from the beginning is just because I wanted to give back to the community. I have 5 kids, I'm the mom of 5. I haven't had any bad experiences, thank goodness, but I have some acquaintances and friends in the community that have had to go through the interview process and everything, and it's a hard situation, and it does pull at my heartstrings to be able to advocate for the children, basically to raise money so that our center can run effectively in this community and to serve all the kids that we're able to serve at the Children's Justice Center.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. And over 10 years and still having that fire in her soul of making sure that the community has the funds to operate these programs to protect the children that do experience those less than fortunate items that we kind of have to go through sometimes in life. Now, Ben.
Yes.
Tell us what's going on. How did you get involved and why? What's your passion?
Okay, so actually Jennifer got me involved.
Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No,
oh, okay.
It depends on the day. Like maybe when we're all the way past all the work that goes into one of these things, then maybe it's a really great and bright thing. But on the way there, I might be angry, which is fine, right? Because it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. But what happened is, you know, Jennifer and I work at the same agency, and Jennifer's like, I have to dance at this thing called Dancing with the Stars. And I kind of knew and understood what the Children's Justice Center were. My mom's going to watch, and she's going to correct my grammar.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Batty. I tried to prep him.
You're silently correcting my grammar, and it's fine. But what happened is Jennifer and the office got together. Hey, Jennifer's dancing. We need to support her. We need to go and help. And I believe truly, truly, truly that when you have a community that's good to you, that you need to give back. And I think you need to give back a lot. And so, you know, when I found out it was a fundraiser and what it was for, you know, I got the office together and we did some things and we bribed the judges and we did all these things to kind of try and help Jennifer win. Now, mind you, we didn't help Jennifer win. She didn't win, but she should have, right? She should have because she was. But that's really what got me started. And then it's just snowballed from there, and I've stayed really heavily involved. I think that was probably 5 years ago, wasn't it?
It was.
5 years. 5 years.
Yeah, it was the year before me.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're going to be involved in it, you're all into it, and you make sure that it all happens, and it's a positive experience for everybody.
Oh, try to. Try.
Right.
The word is try.
Well, no, but Ben, you show up and you handle it.
Hopefully.
Lisa, tell us why you got involved and why you're passionate about it.
Oh, wow. I have been involved with the Children's Justice Center for probably 14 years, kind of behind the scenes. You know, I helped with the fundraising. I just kind of did whatever they wanted. They were very small, you know, not a lot of resources, and it has just blown up. You know, now I serve as the secretary on the Friends Board, and we do the fundraising, which is crucial. I mean, this is funded heavily on just donations and grants and very little, government funding goes into this, and it's, very few people know what it is and how many kids in this community are directly affected. And the resources provided by the CJC is invaluable, and it's a big deal.
That's awesome.
And we really help kids that need it most, and not just the kids, their whole families come out of this to be better and contribute in a positive way, and not carry the lifetime scars as much.
Right.
So it's a big deal.
Well, and as Tyler demonstrated quickly, like, not only was his son affected by this, just being a witness of the said event, his family's still going through that, and Tyler's still going through that. So, I mean, there's 5 people here today, and at least one of us has been directly affected by this and have had our children benefited from the CJC and what they offer this community.
And if you haven't been, I guarantee someone that you know has been.
Well, and I want to say the statistic was like every 3 people you know has had something in their life. Is that
That's
correct?
right.
About a
Yes.
third?
The CJC averages over 300 cases a year, just in Iron County.
Almost 1 per day.
I was going to say,
So,
and that's just heartbreaking for me to
It
hear
is.
and to realize that. And I wish there was more that we can do, but through the
Right.
CJC we are able to do that, and through Dancing with the Community. So we have 7 dancers on this year. Tell us how you go, before we name them, tell us kind of how the process goes through on how to find them. Is it because of their community involvement or the businesses they run, or do you just put names into a hat, like taking out the old phone book, I would say, and picking a page and starting there?
It's strategic. I mean, we definitely want to pick people that are known in the community because this is a fundraiser. We're trying to raise money, and like I said, the resources required to run that place is astounding. But we need people that are going to help bring in the money, and so we want people that are known and
So pillars of the community.
Yes, pillars of the community. People that are known that are going to bring people in and help us.
Let's not forget people that are a good time. I mean,
Yes, yes.
because
Well, Ben, you are a good time.
Well, maybe me, right? But like if you think about what they're doing and what they're raising money for, I always think that it's a little bit of I mean, it really is not an uplifting and joyful thing that the Children's Justice Center does. It's pretty yucky. I mean, and when I mean, and mind you, this is to make you come to the event and help. I mean, when children get molested, when children get hit, when children aren't getting enough food, when children, anything that their parents are doing that, or whatever, when they're in an environment that's not okay, this is where they go. And that really, 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 I think when I say people that are a good time, this event
Make it fun.
has to be fun and upbeat and awesome and a good time to kind of combat some of that stuff that's not a good time.
Yes.
right.
And it's incredible that those things, do happen, but we do need to balance, and we need to give people, hope in this kind of interesting environment that we're in, because when you're trapped in those types of situations or in those, this friend is going through that, that family's going through that, and you don't really know how to help, the CJC is there, and that's why we're raising the money for it. So, Tyler, tell us 2 of the 7 candidates and why you're excited to see them dance.
Well, let's ask Tyler, who's only sitting in here, who's the only grand champion?
I had no idea.
He won.
We are among greatness.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
did
we set
dance
the bar.
4 years ago, three dances ago because of COVID. I don't know how we did it, but we.
I know how you did it.
Well, I don't want to let
paid
go
it
of
off.
my secrets, but we did really good. And you go out, you get if you can't dance, you got to raise money so you can win. I knew I couldn't dance, so I put my sights on raising money from the day I told him I would do it. So
He basically bullied people.
yeah, I did not. I went and asked a lot of people.
If any of us know
But-
y'all red.
Before we were involved, the most they ever made was $9,000 a year. The first year I did it, we brought in almost $20,000, and then we brought Scott Phillips and Fred Adams in with us on the next one, and they helped choreograph the program and get the dancers, and
Get to another level.
took it to a completely next level, and the next year was a $50,000 year.
That is incredible. I'm getting cold chills as we're
Yeah,
talking about
so-
it. I had
Well,
no
you better
idea.
line up 'cause you're next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Commitment.
So
I don't know how to
You heard it right here.
So when we pick people, we really get a list of 10, 15 male and female dancers. And then we start just guessing who we can call and ask, and they tell us no and yes. And a lot of the guys have to call and ask their wives. Their wives tell them they can't do it, supposedly. But
Oh, that's a bar.
I think it's a cop out. But 3 of our dancers, one's going to be councilman for Cedar City, Tyler Melling. One's going to be Alex Meisner, a general contractor here in Cedar, and the other one works for State Bank of Southern Utah, Tyson Williams, in the loan department.
And from those 3 names of the 7, I would say I know them immediately, and I would say that most of the community knows who they are and knows how they go through and give selflessly back to the community.
Yeah, that's a major
aside
part.
from the CJC.
Yeah, when we're trying to figure out who, we're trying to hit names that 9 out of 10 people know in the town or the community. Right. We don't want, say, Joe Smo that nobody's ever heard of that just moved here, and they don't.
So you're talking about my neighbor.
I have no idea who that is, but anyways, we just need people that are upbeat and in the community and have a lot of contacts and aren't scared to go and ask for the money. Basically, when it comes down to it, you have to ask for money.
That's incredible, and it's incredibly powerful for those individuals who have been chosen to really run with what you guys have been given to them of, look, we need your help, and you're the best resource for us right now to help us.
Yeah.
And we need to raise that money.
And for me, it's hard to ask for donations. If it's for me personally, I will go without before I would ask anybody for help. But if I need to try to raise money for any type of volunteer situation like this, I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to get money for them.
You'll beat down the doors until you have something.
Absolutely. I won't leave until I at least have a dollar.
And what better of a cause than the CJC?
Nothing. I don't think there's anything better.
So with the remaining 4 names, Jennifer, how did you know that these people needed to come on the show this year?
Well, we just wanted to see them dance. We wanted to see what they had.
Oh, so it was
we
the
thought it was
entertainment
the entertainment value. So we have Erin Brown. We have Heather Roundy. She hates us now. Me and Ben. She hates us.
Oh,
she's
for now.
Kind of
For
our
now.
boss in a weird
She
way.
is. She
And,
is.
she
She's
says
the
that-
ringleader over there.
Yeah.
You're right. And we bullied her
Yes.
pretty much
okay.
into competing.
Heather, it's out of love. I know that from the bottom of their hearts, it's out of love.
We
Weird
love
type
her.
of love.
We love Heather. So we're excited to see her dance. Beth Stevenson
I
and
love her.
and then Terry Sanders. So that's an awesome one. So Cedar High School better come and support.
Yes.
Come and support Terry Sanders, your
Yes.
principal.
You know I
Go
had to.
Redmond.
You know I had to.
No,
I had to throw that in there.
You know, it's incredible the sense of community that we have in Iron County and how we can gather our resources up and help every community event that we have out there, from agriculture to Dancing with the Stars. I've been involved in some aspect or another, and it's really powerful for me to see the community come together, from our business owners who are on the dancing list and our other community members who contribute through properties, through banking and financing, and through building. It's really great to see them all come to the same page and come to the awareness that they need to help the CJC and go through with that. Right. Then, hot seat.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
How do you pick the outfits?
Oh, the outfits. Okay. First off, we have Scott Phillips, right? Tony Award.
Scott.
Him and Fred are Tony Award winning whatevers, but we leave that up to the dancers. So that's really how we do it.
Okay.
But this year, maybe we should talk about the theme and what it
Yes.
is. Every year we do a theme and we try and come up with something fun. I mean, besides raising money, I think our goal is always to make a great show and have it be something that you can come and sit down, bring the family, bring the kids, and have a night out and have it be a breathtaking, amazing show. And so, a couple years ago we did The Greatest Showman, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I had somebody come up to me and say, "Who is that kid that sang?" It gave me goosebumps. I mean, and so So we're really trying, and now Scott Phillips, he's not here today, but he does an amazing job, and he pulls kids, and we're going to have kids, and this year the theme is Disney.
Well, that's
so-
why I was questioning the outfits, because I was
When you
hoping
wish.
we were going
When
into
you
like.
wish.
It's in the works.
No,
Okay.
my lawsuit in the works, but I mean, like, we're kind of, when you wish is what we're going for.
When you wish. There
When
you
you
go.
wish is what we're going for. It's been Shine, it's been
The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman. This year is When You Wish, and maybe somebody that doesn't let that word slip should talk.
Which word?
Disney? Can we say Disney?
Doesn't matter.
All right.
I think we can.
Okay.
For not slipping words, he pointed at the wrong person.
Well, all in time. Well, and I was hoping that we were going to get some like unnamed characters out onto the stage. So that's why I was asking about the outfits.
We will. We'll get some outfits.
We're,
We'll get some
we
outfits.
have to have the out. We have to have our costumes ordered by the end of this week. Yeah. And approved.
Okay.
And approved.
And approved. There's an approval process. Who approves? Lisa, are we the Jennifer?
Lisa,
I am
Jennifer,
not the
Scott.
approval process.
Scott.
It's Scott.
Scott. Okay.
Scott Phillips is the man. So it's not me. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Get out the
So,
Tinkerbell.
if
maybe?
I wanted to become a judge for
Close.
this next season or in
Oh.
future seasons, how do you guys pick the judges? How do they get involved?
I want to answer that one. We look for the most judgmental people that we can think of.
That's how come Ben has been a judge.
Oh my. We want
Ben-
the most judges.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ben was a judge
I mean,
one time, so he
super
understands that.
judgmental people. Like, you know, the people where you're like, you know, they're judging me.
Judgmental,
They're
witty.
judging me. It's true.
I guess I don't know what that
The
feels like
judges
because I
make
just,
the
you know,
judges
show
just
up.
watch.
Okay, yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's a joke.
Fred
Okay.
Fred was a judge the last 2 times, and he was our comic relief on every dance. He had a great commentary on each one of them. It was really good.
The best was when he was talking about the waltzes, and he said, just so you guys know, the waltz is the very first time a man and a woman could touch each other in public. Like, touch each other, like in official, formal settings. And he said, and it promotes families.
And that's why we had such a big population out there.
Yeah, Fred was
We
a-
love
We
Fred.
miss Fred.
I
Yes.
know.
Fred, well, that's a whole nother tangent. So as we wrap this up, what are some final thoughts from each one of you? And kind of let's do it in reverse order. So Lisa, we'll start with you. What do people need to know about this event, and how do we get tickets? When and where is this?
Okay, so this takes place at the Heritage Center, and it's going to be November 9th. That's right, November 9th.
Yes.
There's a QR code. These posters are going to be all over town. You'll see them on Facebook. We're going to share this.
Stand it up, Ben.
You can get a hold of any of these dancers, have tickets to sell, and they're trying to raise money. So if people know these dancers personally, I think it's best to reach out to them and buy tickets from them and support them directly. If not, just go to the website, the QR code. You can even just show up and buy tickets at the door.
If there's any left.
If there's any left, it probably will sell out. So I'd say get a hold of these dancers.
Have
as
you
soon as
typically
possible.
sold out in the last couple of years?
We've come really
Yes,
close.
we've come close.
The year I did it.
I think we did sell out
We
one
did
year.
sell
We
out
might
that
have.
year. The year I did it.
And this is in the Heritage Center,
The Heritage
which seats
Center.
how many
1,000.
then?
1,000
1100.
people.
1100.
11:30 or something like that.
That's incredible to sell out in that type of a volume in this area. Ben, what's the number one thing I want to take home? What do I need to remember about this event?
Come and have a good time. And remember to come and watch one of the very best shows that you're going to see
In Iron County.
in Iron County.
On November
And
9th.
On November 9th at 7 p.m. Maybe come a little early,
Yeah.
and force your way to the front of the line so you can get a good seat because you're going to want to see it. And maybe we should. I just want to say in the end that we did pick Disney because it was one of Fred Adams' favorite things.
I love that, and I love that about Fred because to me, Disney is the balance in the world, to remember to hope and to remember to dream, and that anything's possible when you put your mind to it. And Fred is one of those people that he had an idea and he ran with it, and we are celebrating his 60th year of the Utah Shakespearean Festival this year. Sorry. Jennifer, tell us what you're going to be doing in the middle of all of this as president of this community event.
I am going to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off to make sure that this all works out, this all comes together and is an amazing event. And I just wanted to remind everybody, this is about the kids. Who doesn't love kids? So bring your checkbooks. So bring your checkbooks. Who doesn't love kids?
So Tyler, Jennifer brought it up, but how did you raise so much money the year that you were involved, and how do we make sure the word gets out there that we do raise that much money?
We were ruthless. I had people out knocking doors for me. I had to actually leave town for 1 week on some R&R, and I had left people in charge of, and I had people would call me, and I'd tell them to call Ben or call Mike or somebody to buy my tickets from them, and we didn't back down. We just kept getting the money, and our number one thing is first the kids. You know, if we had a punch line, and we'd use it, and I packed my little ticket package with, I had a little bank bag full of tickets and money, and everywhere I went, people would say, "Oh, I'd buy a ticket if you had some on you," and I'm like, "Oh, here you go."
Darn it.
So I'd open it up, and I was selling tickets, and a lot of those people didn't even show up. We even printed more tickets than the place could sit, and then a lot of people bought tickets and didn't even come that year.
So they truly just wanted to donate money and make sure that
we printed more tickets that year than we had seats for, and it was sold out.
What a great cause. Thank you guys for joining us today. It's incredible to learn about the different community events that are happening around town, and with such a strong community, it's incredible that we get as much done as we do, but once we set our mind to it, we always accomplish what we want. Thank you for joining us.